beautiful people, it's Rickita. I'm back with another video. So in this video, I want to talk to you guys about Citi credit cards. So I got this comment from someone on my YouTube channel, and they were asking, can they still get the overstock credit card such as with Citi if they already have a Citibank credit card? So since I got this comment, I was like, you know what, let me make a video about having multiple credit cards with Citi, because I always talk about like having multiple ones with like Capital One and Federal, Wells Fargo, like different accounts like that. And I never really talked about Citi. And I kind of honestly I steer away from Citi because a lot of people like me. They like to pre-qualify for credit cards without a hard inquiry. You can pre-qualify for this credit card without a hard inquiry, but that's not necessarily true for the other Citi credit cards. So since you can pre-qualify for this credit card without a hard inquiry, I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and make the video. But we're going to look at some of other Citi's other credit cards. We're going to see that you cannot pre-qualify for them without a hard inquiry. So it makes me want to just backtrack on it, not even talk about it. But when it comes down to Citi, guys, you can have multiple credit cards because Citi, they do not limit how many credit cards you can have, but it does limit the number of credit cards that you can apply for and be approved for within a specific time period. So for personal credit cards, you cannot apply for more than one credit card every 8 days and no more than 2 within a 65-day period. So depending on when you have gotten your credit card, you probably can apply again. So this is not like one where you can go crazy. Like when I got my Capital One credit cards, I got approved for one and I was so excited that I literally like that day or the next day I applied for another one. You can't do that here, okay? This is not that type of party here. But let's go over some of the credit cards and understand too. With Citi, they do not like bankruptcies like that. So if you guys have those different things, you may want to steer away because a lot of people like to pre-qualify, and you really can't pre-qualify for a lot of these credit cards without hard inquiry. So with the overstock credit card, if you're looking at more of an easier one to get into, maybe you want to go ahead and get the overstock because you can pre-qualify for this one without a hard inquiry. So as you can see, they said financing available with no impact to your credit score, which is really good. And you can apply right on the overstock website. A lot of people, if you have been watching me for a while, that you remember the shopping cart trick and how big that was. So a lot of people apply for it. The overstock, they apply for the overstock card thing. So that is something that you guys can, see if you want to continue to try to get like the shopping cart trick credit cards. But you can pre-qualify for this one without hard inquiry, and you want to get 5% back on your overstock purchases, 3% back on apparel, 2% back at gas stations, and 1% back on all your other purchases. This is a MasterCard, so you can use it wherever MasterCard is accepted. So they have a lot of benefits to it, but it's really going to be good if you guys shop at overstock because you're going to get that extra 5% back on your overstock purchases. So keep that in mind. And again, you can pre-qualify without a hard inquiry. Now, if we go over to the Citi website and we look at their credit cards, I talked to you all. I made a video about a few Citi credit cards, but then I also talked to you people that was trying to build your credit about, trying to get a credit card with Citi. And I told you all, if you had a bankruptcy, they literally don't like it. They want your bankruptcy to get over first before they even think about giving you a credit card. So keep that in mind when you guys come to this website. You guys can start building your credit. You can get your credit score up. You can have trade lines and let that boost your credit score. But they do not like if you have had a bankruptcy in the last, I say 2 to 3 years. They do not like that. And I'm going to see if we can find that information again because they did have it right on their website where you can read it. And, they went over those different things about how they did not like that. But here's their website. They have different credit cards that you guys can choose from. I like that they have like the low intro APR, and then you guys can do the balance transfers, which is really good. So these are the different cards that they do have, and you can decide, which one will be best for you. But I like to pick cards based off the category. So you can see they have a list of credit cards. So they have all their credit cards. You can look through all of them. Find the ones with rewards for travel, 0% intro APR, which I love. Balance transfers, I love too, as long as you have 0% APR. Cash back, and then business. So they have a lot of them that you can choose from. And they have even more categories, especially if you guys wanted to have like no annual fee like me, no foreign transaction fees because you guys like to travel. Then you guys can be able to see those different cards, but you can read up and see which ones you want to get. But keep in mind, when you guys look at these different credit cards on the website, the key is this: you can have no more than one Citi credit card every 8 days. So you can apply for a credit card now. I would say wait 10 days, then apply for another one. But in the last 65 days, you cannot have more than two credit cards. So when you get that second credit card, you're going to have to wait to try to see if they can give you another one. And check the annual fees. Some of these credit cards have annual fees, so you want to keep that in mind. And like I said, the overstock, you can pre-qualify for that, but you can see they just have just the apply now one here. You can't pre-qualify for them. Like, you got to outright apply for the credit card. That's it. So that's why I kind of steered away from them. I love when you can pre-qualify without a hard inquiry. It's no point in having an extra hard inquiry like for no reason. So that's something you all can think about. And then make sure you guys don't have that bankruptcy. I'm telling you, stay away if you have that bankruptcy, because they do not like those bankruptcies at all. And when you guys come to the website, if you guys are not familiar with reading, like, and understanding what the credit card websites look like, you can see it just says simply apply now on here. Like under custom cash, the first credit card says apply now. But if we go to the overstock, then you will see it says see if I pre-qualify. So you can pre-qualify with no impact to your credit score. So that's what the difference is going to be with that credit card. You'll be able to tell the difference on whether or not you can get this credit card with or without a hard inquiry by just looking there. So for that person that left that comment, wondering if they'll be able to get that credit card, just make sure that you follow those simple rules. So just make sure that you have only applied for one credit card in the last 8 days. I still say wait 10, and then no more than two credit cards in the last 65 days. If they deny you guys for a credit card, please do not just go right back and apply. Try to fix what they denied you for. If they say you got too many inquiries, then maybe you need to remove your inquiries. If they say you got too many derogatory accounts, remove those derogatory accounts. Your balance is too high on your credit cards. They say something about like your ratios, then you need to, pay down those credit cards. But keep that in mind. If you want multiple credit cards from multiple companies, you can also call them too and ask them, hey, will I be able to get another credit card? Is that something you can help me with over the phone? Should I apply on in the app? Should I do it online? Like, what do you think I should do? How many do you guys allow me to have? And that's how I learned a lot too, by just trial and error, by calling the companies and just seeing. Because I know this comment was a little older, and I'm sorry I was late getting back to you, but you can always call the companies and ask them. So hopefully you're able to get approved for another credit card. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye bye.